কার্টুন গ্রাফিক্স ওমেগা লোল ভেরি হাইতে এই অবস্থা, আলট্রা হাই দিলে কি হইতো? আহ, আহ, আহ। Let's go with high. If high doesn't work out, I'll switch to medium. But high should at least load the game instead of, you know, crashing literally everything.
A fine state you're in this morning. What on...
Nothing much. Me and the lads were just having a chat in the tavern. Some wayfarer stopped by. He was telling us what's going on in the world, and well, I lost track of time.
Well, I hope he didn't fill your head with nonsense.
Nonsense.
Well, I've got a feeling there's something you're not telling me. And it's connected with that scratch on your hand. And that suspicious-looking character with a sword who turned up in town recently.
You think he's teaching me sword fighting, don't you? What use would that be to me? Here, I'm not
Roll
lying
again.
to you, Ma.
If it
All right, then,
if
if
it
you say
crashes
so.
again, then I'll go
I don't
agility
mean to
instead.
pry, but you know your father takes a dim view of such things.
It didn't. I'm hungry.
Did Matthew and Fritz come looking for me?
No, I haven't seen them this morning. They shouldn't be hard to find. They'll be hanging around a tavern somewhere, as usual.
That's unfair.
Really? So where were you until the small hours last night?
I was with Bianca, of course.
You mean at Bianca's tavern? And who was there with you? No, don't tell me. Let me guess. Matthew and Fritz. Well, at least you were with Bianca. You should hold on to that one, Hal. She's a clever girl. And invite her for supper sometime. Your father's very fond of her.
Okay.
Of course he is. He thinks he'll be able to wheedle the secret of beer brewing out of her.
You're right there. You'd think he was planning to become a brewer in his dotage. Still, that's your father for you. At least he's interested in something, unlike you lot. You're too busy getting into mischief to do an honest day's work. If Fritz and Matthew carry on this way, they'll wind up swinging one day. You mark my words.
I'm
Can I get something
hungry.
to eat?
I left some breakfast on the table. Help yourself.
Is Father angry with me for sleeping late?
He's not happy. Yesterday you promised him you'd help finish that sword for Sir Radzig. He's not as young as he was, and you know how his joints pain him. He's too proud to complain, but he needs your help, Henry.
I know. Don't worry, Ma. Of course I'll help him.
Good. He always says his knees ache when there's a storm coming. I hope they're wrong this time. It's looking like such a nice day.
My calf muscles ache whenever there's a storm coming.
Do you need me to do anything, Ma?
Ah, you're a good lad. But I'm fine. It's your father needs helping with that sword. Oh,
Okay, I'm not playing this video game with 20 FPS. Fuck you. HD textures can be active only on overall image quality with high and above. Well, boo fucking who. HD textures are off then. What can you do? 30 FPS is bearable. Eat from pot, drop into pot. What do you mean drop into pot? Am I pissing in the pot? Apple. Bread roll. More apple. Oh. Om nom nom. Delicious. Cheese. Well, where's the fucking cheese I just picked up? Apple. Another apple. More apple. Carrot. Onion. Bread. Cheese. Cheese, big. I'll stop. Is there any meaning in me clearing out all food storage like this? Just We're really not gonna have anything to eat with me in the fucking house at this rate. Master Chef R. Master Chef, more like fucking Apple Chef. Why can't I put anything else in this bitch? Why can't I make the cheese pizza? I have the cheese. Where's the pizza? Hello. Bro, my arms don't move when I'm running. That feels odd. I'm too used to seeing my arms flail around while I run. Oh my god, there's a stamina bar. Fuck you. I was making pizza in King Henry days. Bro, I have the cheese. That's all you need to make pizza. I have cheese. I have bread. Come on. Bro, I punched 3 times and I ran out of stamina. Hello? If I jump, it consumes stamina. Bro, if I fart, it's gonna consume stamina in this video game. Swordsman should have just gone with Bianca Sach. Okay. I have brought the cheese. Now make me the pizza, father.
What's the matter with you, Henry? Didn't you hear me calling you?
এত টেক্সট করতে এলো সমস্যা কি? Am I still reading Mushoku Tensei? Why is my father talking about taxes? Man's reading by himself. Do you want me to read it out loud? It'll take forever. I'm skimming. Read it out loud for illiterates in the chat. I don't think Niloy is in the chat, man. I shouldn't take pot shots at him. He's a nice guy, question mark. Position is physical comfort because sometimes it's not enough just to choose according to your highest characteristics. You have to really read what you're going to say. Personal abilities, You can see the values of the various abilities in the game under the corresponding icons. You can always see your own abilities. Your counterparts' abilities are visible to you if it's someone you know well or if you're skilled at reading people and the perk empathetic. Your money, the amount you have to pay, total speech skill level, total charisma skill level, total strength skill level. Henry God. It's not just about stats to other outcomes, your reputation, your dirty, or bleeding, etc. If you can't outdo the nimble tongue of a merchant, for example, you may want to poison him a little first and then he'll be easier to persuade. Poison! Or if you want to lead a guard away from his friends, he'll be easier to scare. The level of your reputation with your counterpart. So basically, I have to really think about common sense. Intriguing. There's always one unknown guy watching your stream. It's me. My God, so much dynamic for persuasion. Yeah, this is interesting actually. They've This would be very difficult to like pull off though. There's a lot to consider. And they are considering a lot here. To put that for every single character, it's fucking AI generated video game. I had to do something. Sorry, I wanted to have a look around. I have 3 in speech, 7 in attire. Do I really look that good? Charismatic. Sure.
Sorry, Father. I was taking a stroll and lost track of time. Somehow I had a feeling I was seeing everything for the first time.
How, my boy? When are you going to get some sense? Anyway, we've a lot of work to do today. I'm finishing the sword for Sir Radzik, and I need your help.
With what?
Oh man, there's another guy in here. There's
I'm running out of
sometimes
charcoal.
chat.
Run to the market
Who?
and buy a bag from the charcoal burner.
I'll need some money then.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Kunesh still owes me for an axe, a hammer, and the nails I sold him a month ago. Not to mention his debt from before. Go and tell him to pay up, at least for the axe and hammer, and then use the money to buy the charcoal.
Kunesh? That drunkard? That'll be fun.
Well, you're a big lad now. I'm sure you can manage. If not, tell him that next time I'll come myself and personally use that hammer to bang those nails into his arse.
Sure I'll be happy to hear it.
Okay then.
Is that all?
Not quite. The Chamberlain at the castle has the crossguard for Sir Radzig's sword, which I had
Yeah,
engraved
I'm
in
aware
Sasson.
that
You want me to
it
go and pick it up?
isn't AI designed. It's
Alright.
just impressive if they
Money,
actually
charcoal, crossguard.
pull
Got
this off.
And ale.
Manually putting all of
Stop
this
off at the
into
tavern on your
every
way
character's
home.
bullshit.
I know you'll be going there anyway to see that girl of yours. But make sure the ale's still cool from the cellar when you get back.
Her name is Bianca.
Right, so make sure Bianca draws me a nice cool one. Run along now, work won't wait.
Asshole. Work will wait. Is this the mother? Buy a bag of charcoal at the market. J for quest log, I see. Go to sword fighting lesson, buy a bag of charcoal at the market, collect the debt from Kunesh, pick up the crossguard at the castle, buy ale at the tavern. I suppose I have to go get the money from Kunesh first before I go do the charcoal thing. পাইছে নাকি এত সহজে ভিলেজার can I roll in this game I cannot can't even crouch in this game will this make my clothes dirty where am I going oh that's where I'm going
God save Henry.
Well, well. And now I see you, I hope it will go even better. Are you here to buy?
Indeed I am, or I'll have nothing.
playing this video game on medium and it's still lagging perhaps I need to play it on low fucking settings lowest settings grosser
A bit of this, a bit of...
is he called grosser because he's grossing me out Ah, ha, 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 ha.
True. Well, we'll
Assalamu
perhaps
alaikum.
take the silver. Hardly to Kuttenberg. No, it's
I need to collect debt from Kunesh first. What is this Kunesh motherfucker? How am I gonna buy charcoal without money from Kunesh? Huh? Kunesh! Hey, motherfucker. Where? Hello. Give money.
God be with you, Kunesh.
What do you want?
God be with you if you give me my money, otherwise God's leaving, motherfucker.
My
God ain't
father
want
sent me
nothing
to
to
get
do
the
with
coin
me.
you owe him for the axe, hammer, and nails.
I've got nothing. Clear off.
You know you owe father for a lot more than just the axe and hammer. If he went to the bailiff about it, you'd be in deep water. At least pay for the tools if you can't pay for everything.
I told you I have no coin, you bastard. Get the hell out of here, or I'll use the axe on you.
Look, I know things aren't easy. Wife ran off, booze is dear these days, and you're as much use as a square wheel. It's no wonder you're short of coin. But a debt's a debt, and I can't leave here without something.
If I had anything to give, I'd give it. But I've got nothing. So leave me in peace, all of you. And don't come back. Hey, stop that! Christ, a thief!
Don't move a finger!
Hook, jab, kick, lock.
Surrender! You're under arrest for breaking the law.
How to dodge? How to dodge or parry and shit? It's the only thing I can do block. I can't even punch, man. Alright. Sure. Where is this motherfucker, Gunesh, huh? Reported me to the police. Are these Skyrim chicken? Are these Skyrim chicken? Tell me. No one sees this. It's hiding from me. What? I'm chicken. He saw nothing.
God be with you, Kunesh.
What do you want?
My you look.
And don't come back.
Clear off before I have you thrown out. What are you doing here? Are you after something?
Chomosha. What did I have to get again? Axe, hammer, and nails. Are you fucking with me? Where's the rest of the things he took? Do I punch him? Can I punch him? You have no savior, schnapps. Fuck you. Let me save before I punch him. Come on. Nothing here. Axe, hammer, and nails. Who is he hammering? For that you need the words. Okay. Hammer in the forehouse, obviously. I'm just checking outside. Because the second I enter the forehouse, this motherfucker is gonna be all over my ass. And I can't exactly sneak. Won't let me crouch.
locked chest. I'll need a lockpick to get into that. Fritz might have one.
Be up.
Well, I'm trying to leave.
Get going.
Do you have a problem of some sorts?
Here.
Is that all you...
How is he doing this shit?
You're dead.
Bro, I don't understand combat in this game. I don't get it.
Sod. Take. Give up?
Bro, Is there any way for me to see his HP? Oh, I see it. And he hasn't lost any HP. That's all I see.
Is that all you've got?
Bro, I'm trying to run from him.
Aha! Come here, lily liver. Well landed. You'll get what for.
Father, help
Had
me.
enough?
Help me, hello? Bro is getting hard parried. I don't know how to parry. Horse.
You're going to cry now?
Ah, shit! Leave me be! Enough! You win! Oh! All right, you...
No, no. Not a chance. There'll be no mercy for you. Fucker! Ah! Ow! Yeah! Ah! Shit, what's this? Oh!
Bro, how do you parry in this game? Tell me, how is he doing this? Just block forehead? I'm chipping away at his health, right? He's losing health slowly but surely, right?
What the hell are you doing?
Oh! Oh!
I'm cheesing the game like this, right? I'm doing it, right? Didn't I pick up an axe? Why can't I use it as a weapon? Tell me.
Ow!
You're doing nothing. Alright then. Did I get any? I believe my unarmed level up, so I don't load game. I just go to the mother grind. That's not mother. Bismillah.
Maybe next time you'll think twice about breaking the law.
Henry! Where are you, Henry? Dear Lord, please let him be saved.
Hey! I'm over here! What the hell's going on? Let me out!
What is happening?
For the love of God, let me out! Let me out!
Dead. Game over. You have died in jail. Alright, then let's try that again. Kunesh, you big dumb bitch, I'm coming for you. I'm coming.
What's that? Christ! A thief! People!
God be with you.
What?
My look.
And don't come back.
What in God's name is he up to?
A locked chest. I'll need a lockpick to get into that.
Need a lockpick to get into
Fritz
that.
might have one.
Yes, Fritz will give me a lockpick to get into that. Yes, yes. Well, buy charcoal with what? I don't have money.
Good health to you. Take care.
So I stole all the food from my house just to sell it.
Can we do something about the price?
Naturally.
Here, with a little something on top for a good measure.
What?
Well now, thank you very much.
What? I was giving him that money, not haggling for paying less. Ah, I'm not gonna be that guy who's just gonna.
Henry, I'm glad you
I see how it is. I understand. I understand. Okay. Now what? I'll go this way and do B.
You can't be serious, Deutsch. Insulting our king.
What insult? I say only the truth. Sigismund has done only what he had to.
He had to abduct the king. He had to lure his cousin Prokop into a trap and imprison him. He had to invade with his army of Tatars and besiege Gutenberg.
Why not? What is this Wenceslas for a king? The empire is falling asunder in his hands. The German counts elected Ruprecht of the Palatinate as king because your Wenceslas would not go to their deeds even.
German counts. Traitors.
Now even the Pope
God be with
is
you,
opposed
Henry.
to your king.
I'm with you, Matthew.
So such lords as
What's going on here?
Rosenberg,
Deutsch is spouting
even
shit.
the Dukes Alfred
What?
and
Just
Wilhelm
listen and you'll
are
hear
on
for yourself.
Someone has to bring order and reunite the empire.
What do I
Hey,
care
another
about
chicken to kill.
Austrians. And nowadays, not even the devil himself can keep up with all the popes. Which is the rightful pope? The one in Rome or the one in Avignon?
Do not blaspheme, Alex.
It's true, though. Wenceslas is the king of Bohemia. Bohemian nobles are on his side. To hell with Rosenberg and his cabal. Sir Ratzik is Wenceslas' commander-in-chief. He stayed loyal to the king. And if he heard you talking like this, he would have you whipped like a dog.
Your deed will soon have nothing left to rule. Jobst had to sell Luxembourg to help your king. South Bohemia is with
And
Sigismund
don't forget about Kuttenberg, for Germans like you kissed Sigismund's feet to keep their heads.
Yes, but...
Goodman Deutsch, this is pointless. Let us talk of more pleasant things.
My words exactly.
Deutsch has gone too far. Wenceslas is our rightful king.
Deutsch is an idiot. But what can you do?
I might have an idea. Deutsch deserves to be taught a lesson. Doesn't he, Fritz?
You're too right, Matthew. Should give him a proper hiding.
Are you mad? Do you want to end up in the pillory?
Don't listen to Fritz. I've got a better idea. Deutsch was talking such shit, it made me think of that huge parliament. You know, the one right next to his freshly whitewashed house.
You think we should redecorate for him? Count me in.
Well, I'd rather torch it, to be honest. But throwing some tears will do.
What do you say, Henry?
But I was going to get ale for father and a few other things. We're finishing Sir Radzig's sword.
Come on. Throwing a few handfuls of manure is not going to take all day.
And it's our duty to defend the honor of our king.
So, Hal, are you with us?
Rather not be Patuki. I'd rather not do it, I must say. But this is a quest. I should do it. But IRL, I would tell them to go fuck themselves. So I won't do it.
Not that I don't want to teach the Deutsch a lesson, but I really don't have time.
Well, that's disappointing.
Reputation lost?
We can manage without you. Let's go, lads.
Honestly, Hal, how could you possibly chance like this?
Reputation lost?
So you changed your mind about coming with us?
You bitch!
Hey!
So are we doing this or not?
Wait. We have to check that the coast is clear.
Why? The Deutsch is in the tavern.
But maybe you noticed after all these years that he has a wife and a son.
And that's a problem?
Aye, it is. Henry, you go and lure her away somehow.
Why me?
Because you're the clever one.
Yeah.
What do you want, lad?
I just went by the tavern and your husband was in there talking nonsense. I thought someone should take him home before he gets himself in trouble.
What sort of nonsense?
Well, he kept saying that Sigismund was right and King Wenceslas is a drunkard, that sort of thing. Some people took exception, so I thought...
God almighty, the fool. Next thing he'll start on about the popes.
He might have mentioned the popes too.
Thank you for telling me. I just hope I can catch him before he gets into another fight.
Easy. What about the child?
What are you waiting for, soldier? Fire the trebuchet! For king and country!
For king and country, my ass. This is all good, clean, fun.
Clean!
Nearly as good as having that traitor in the pillory. Nearly. Now that would be sweet.
That's for Sigismund.
Woohoo!
Eat shit, Deutsches.
You bastards! What the fuck do you think you're doing?
Hey, Hans, can't you see? We're decorating your house for you.
It's like your old man was saying in the tavern about that traitor Sigismund. We're just doing what we have to do.
Oh, sons! I'll make those smiles off your faces!
Oh, I'd like to see you try. What are you doing here, Zbyszek? Hanging out with this poxy Deutscher? Maybe you'd like to try out the latest German fashion.
Fucker! I'll make you pay for that.
Okay, but how do you parry?
Dopperdelle! Take that!
Asleep.
What are you doing? For God's sake! Stop right now! The cat's on his way!
Run, you cowards! And we better fucking run too.
Was I hitting my own guy all
Zbyszek,
this time?
what are you doing? We don't have to run. We're on the right.
Ah, yes. Sorry. It's just that's never happened to me before.
What? Where did my people go? What? What happened? Did I lose the fight?
God be with you, Henry.
Damn it, lads. What do you think you're playing at? Are you trying to get yourselves in...
The Deutsch was insulting King Wenceslas. He got what he deserved.
So that's why. Deutsch isn't a bad fellow, but he should drop this nonsense about Sigismund before someone torches his house.
So you don't mind that we...
Don't gape like a stuffed squirrel. Do you take me for a German, lover? I serve my lord, and my lord serves the king, and that's Wenceslas. But what to do with you now? The Deutsch will make trouble if I let you off.
So I won't go to jail?
Ha! Who'd pay for your grub? You know what? The Deutsch got what he deserved. I'll go and have a word with your father and we'll straighten it out somehow. Now clear off before I change my mind.
I feel like I'm working on worst ending right now. I'm very confused about this video game.
You call that combat?
What are you doing? For God's sake! Stop right now! The catchpole is on his way!
Down! Let's go! Run, you cowards! And we better fucking run too.
When it becomes blue, you attack, you said.
God be with you, Henry.
God be with you. Meet the latest Kuneshes, but Kunesh is out cold. never turned blue though while I was blocking.
Welcome, Henry.
You need to learn the skill first in training, I see. Riposte. Aha. ওই যাইতাছে পোলা, সমস্যা কি? আর কত দৌড়াবে? অনেক দৌড়াইছে তো। আর কত কই যায়?
Damn!
Well, we sorted that Deutsch out.
That was pretty close, eh?
That old bastard didn't stand a chance.
True, but I'm worried that fucker Hans will snitch on us.
Well, let him. Then I'll snitch on him. And anyway, what can they do to us for throwing a bit of dung?
Good point. It's not as if anyone really likes the Deutsch.
Anyway, nice job at the Deutschers. Never a dull moment with you lot.
I'll go do this first. I'll go do the dick first. Because you know, D for dick. Ha 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 ha. This is the god tier comedy you've come to this stream for, folks. Well, can you fucking let me through then?
I'll be with you.
I'm with you, Henry.
How are you?
Father sent me. We're forging a sword for Sir Radzig, and the Chamberlain has the crossguard and grip. Father had them engraved in Sasau.
Right. They're here. The Chamberlain gave them to us for you. We looked them over. Beautiful work. I've never seen anything so fine.
I can't wait to see the sword. Just make sure you don't botch it.
When did I ever botch anything?
Where shall I start?
Shut up and give me what I want, or I'll kick your ass this evening.
Right away, your lordship.
Mega will snitch on them. I ain't no snitch.
Magnificent. Shame I can't keep the sword for myself. Well, I better go if we're to get the job done by this evening.
Godspeed. See you later in the tavern.
You certainly will. After today's work, the ale might even be on me.
Am I supposed to go give this shit to my father first before I go do the thing?
Yeah, about time. Have you got everything I wanted?
Kunish didn't want to pay, so I got no money for those things you sold him. But I took them in lieu of the debt.
Took meaning he gave them to you, or took meaning stole?
If he didn't pay, then they're still ours. How can you steal something that's yours?
Fair point. Give it to me then, and here's some money for the rest. Yeah, about time. Have you got everything I wanted?
snitching on myself. This is a hardcore self snitch.
Actually, there's one thing I forgot. Just give me a moment.
Get a move on. We have to finish the sword today.
I didn't self snitch, then good.
Hey, Pip. Good day, Henry.
Good day. What is he saying? Why can't he vault? Finally.
Have
That
you recovered
mustache.
from yesterday's great wound?
Great
nothing.
one.
Except Mother noticed and had a word or two to say about it.
No mother's happy when a son starts to take an interest in swords. Where there's weapons, there's death. The question is, what do you want?
I don't want to rot in this hole forever. I feel like I don't belong here. I want to live and see the world. The world's a dangerous place and I need to know how to protect myself.
Spoken like a man. And as it happens, today's your last chance. I have to leave. So, are you ready to get stuck in?
Yes.
All right, I'll wait on the ground by the sheepfold as usual.
Huh? I'm following Mr. Asshole.
Hey!
I might as well fucking read Mushoku Tensei while this motherfucker wanders his way there. Slow as fuck.
So, can we get started?
We can.
Good. And since today's the last time we'll be seeing each other, you can show me everything I've taught you so far.
You've taught me nothing!
Very well. Let's start with the basics. Keep moving. Your life depends on it. All right. Now try to hit me. You have to put your weight into your attack. If you just fiddle around, you'll get nowhere. Try slashing from different sides. Unpredictability is the key. Never repeat yourself. Not bad. Very good. Not bad. Now you're getting it. All right. The point of the blade is for stabbing. Try it a few times. Very good. Good. Once again. Now you're getting it. Good. Let's try something else. One strike, I can fend off without a sweat. But if you chain your strikes, I'll have a much harder time. As soon as you land one blow, follow it with another. Fine. good.
I don't know about you, but I'm tired and thirsty. Remember though, train hard. No one becomes a master swordsman overnight. You have to work and work. And the main thing is to use what you've learned in real combat. There's nothing better than experience, believe me.
Okay.
Hey, Henry. Home or at work?
Bianca.
God save, my lovely. You're looking well today.
You too, handsome. What brings you here?
Flashy.
Your beauty, of course.
Oh, noble sir. I'm as honored as any simple maid can be. And a card for my beauty? What else might your worship desire?
I need ale for father.
A pitcher as usual?
Aye. Bring me a cool one from the cellar.
But of course.
Bethesda will never make
What?
such complex immersive combat.
Thanks.
You are not wrong about
It's on me
this.
today. You can pay me back this evening.
Out of the question.
Flashy!
Here you go. And this evening I'll have something more for you.
I can't wait.
Thanks. You'll have something to look forward to this evening.
You too. Oh, by the way, that shifty-looking fellow was asking after you.
Vanya.
I suppose. He is a man who makes his coin robbing honest wayfarers. I'm sure of it. I'll be happy when he's gone for good. But what in heaven's name are you up to with him?
He promised to teach me how to use a sword.
What use would that be to you?
Enough. You sound just like father. I'll be going now. See you this evening.
Hal, I've got something special for you.
Is that so? Now what would that be?
Your favorite Savior Schnapps.
Really? You're an angel.
I hope you'll thank me properly later.
You bet I will.
For a second I thought she was gonna snap, like, crash me her tits. It says automatically burn to just sleep in your own bed. So it immediately drink Savior Schnapps. Schnapp. My favorite. Game looks decent. Not gonna say it looks good or anything, but it at least looks decent. Some would say it looks good. Doesn't look great, but it looks pretty good.
Yeah, about time. Have you got everything I wanted?
I have
Good job. Let's have it then, son. Well done. Right. Let's see what kind of job the master in Sasau did for us. Look at that, lad. Well, that's what I call craftsmanship.
What does the inscription mean?
Damned if I know. Doesn't look like Czech to me. Latin, maybe? Lord Radzig ordered it. Oh, this will be the finest sword I've ever made. Have you got the charcoal? Good. Then fire up the forge. We'll put it all together. By the way, someone paid me a call. I reckon you might know what it was about.
I'm not sure.
Really? Because I'm pretty sure you and your friends threw dung at Deutsch's freshly whitewashed house. He was here with the catchpole earlier, and it was not a friendly visit. What got into you, Hal?
That Deutsch was talking treason in the tavern about Sigismund and the king. He got what he deserved.
Got what he deserved, did he? You can go and clean up the mess you made and apologise to him. I have a trade to run. The German pays well, and having my son in the pillory helps nothing and nobody, least of all the king. You understand?
Yes.
Look me in the eye, Henry. Do you understand?
I understand.
Good. Then we'll never have this conversation again.
So you think it's right to let traitors speak ill of our king?
The boy gets caught, making a fool of himself, and he still hasn't learned his lesson. So Deutsch spouts rubbish, and what? You turn into a common thug. You might win a fight with violence, but you'll never win an argument. Remember, Henry, if you want to convince someone that they're wrong, try using your mouth and not your fists.
True. What the fuck did I invest into speech for anyway then?
The furnace is ready.
Right, we'll do the grip. I'll heat it up, and when I take it out, you slip the grip on so it fits exactly. You know what you're doing. Do it. Good. Once more. That's it. Done.
What are they doing?
Now file it down so it sits well in the hand. I'll prepare the guard.
Father, why did you leave Prague? Who ever heard of a master swordsmith making horseshoes in a village?
I had my reasons, Hal. And here I have your mother and you. Why would I want any other life?
Do you remember Emperor Charles?
I do. Life was good under his reign.
Better than now.
He built half of Prague and a score of castles, had a bridge made over the Moldau, and founded a university, and all without a war. He knew how to rule.
Better than Wenceslas.
Better by far. But Wenceslas doesn't have it easy. It's hard to step into the shoes of someone whose like is born only once 1,000 years.
What about Sigismund?
Do you think Charles would have brought an army down on his own people like Sigismund? No. Wenceslas may not be the equal of his father, but Sigismund, he brings shame to the royal name. How's it going? Give it here, and we'll put it all together.
It's magnificent.
Indeed it is. The Lord be with you. My father sent me for those nails.
Good day to you, Teresa. They're ready.
Mother Teresa.
Will you fetch them for me, Hal? They're in the trunk in the living room.
What What is she laughing at? So you can't randomly save her. Wait, did you not play this game before? Or is your memory really that shit? In the trunk where? Here? What? No, I watched Daft play it. I see.
Yeah, about time. Have you got everything I wanted?
Not yet. I'm working on it.
And how much longer will it take? Get a move on. We have to finish that sword today. Or do you want me to look a fool in front of Sir Radzik?
No, I don't. I'll be back soon.
Yeah, where the fuck? How am I supposed to open a locked trunk? Don't even have lockpicks. Man? Oh, this one.
Here are those nails you wanted.
Thanks. So, how's Bianca?
She's fine. Why do you ask?
Just wondering, will you be going to the dance this evening?
We will.
Maybe we'll see each other there. Anyway, mustn't keep you. I'll be on my way. That sword is truly beautiful.
Can you not look at her ass like that?
Fine lass, eh? Now, stop staring at her and come and see this. It's time for the trial by fire. We did a fine job.
I would expect nothing less from such a renowned swordsmith.
Those days are gone, sir.
You haven't lost your skills, though. Would you like to try it?
Sir, what good is a sword to a commoner?
Let him try it. You still have a lot to learn. Ask your father to show you how. He knows what he's about.
Learning his trade will serve him better in life, sir.
Perhaps. But who knows what the future holds for each of us. I see that you almost have it finished.
It just needs a polish, then Henry will bring it to you.
Excellent. Fine work, very fine.
Got it,
A sword such as this will bring honor to its bearer. What say you, Svan?
True, Sir Radzik. If I'd have had its like back in Nicopolis, things would have worked out differently. How odd to find such an accomplished swordsmith working in a place like this. A man of his talent would have no problem making a fortune in Prague or Vienna.
You're right. It's a very long and peculiar story.
I'd be glad to listen to it over a cup of wine, but duty calls, and I must leave. Here you are. Learn from your father. He truly is a master of his craft.
I'm sure our paths will cross again.
They certainly will.
Once it's ready, send your son up to me with it. Good work, Martin.
Sure.
It's been an honor, Sir Ispan. Have a safe journey to Sasau.
The honor is mine, Sir Radzig. Thank you for the hospitality.
A long, peculiar history. That was a long time ago. I might tell you about it sometime, but not today.
Will you teach me how to use it like Sir Radzig said?
Why?
Well, it could come in useful. Maybe I'll travel a bit before settling down. I'd like to know more than the tavern on the green and the forge.
You know the trouble with an adventurous life, son? It can end before it gets started. I might teach you how to handle a sword, and then someone will shoot you with a crossbow as soon as you set foot outside the house.
You talk as if you've seen it happen.
A man my age has seen a lot. Being a blacksmith might bring no glory, but it has its benefits, like keeping your head on your shoulders. I want to end my days in Skalitz, here, beneath the linden tree and by your mother's side.
Well, so do I, one day. But first, I'd like to see the world, meet new people.
Meet them or beat them?
Meet. You have to keep going on about it.
Then you've no need to learn swordplay.
A messenger.
He was in a hurry. What's happened?
What's happened?
Listen to me, Al. Listen carefully. Take the sword, go into the house, and grab anything else important from the trunk. Go to the castle. Hurry.
And what about you?
Your mother is in the village. I'll fetch her and we'll follow right behind.
I'll go with you.
No. You'll do what I say right now. Give the sword to Sir Radzig. If anything happens, he'll take care of you. He owes me.
Yeah, kill fucking villagers. Good job, man.
Quickly! We have to close the gates!
Move! Come on, we're closing!
Move it, people!
Come on!
We're running
Come
out of
on!
time! Oh, Henry! Thank God! Get inside, quick! We have to shut the gates!
Get running, people! Come on!
Mind this for me.
Are you mad? You can't go back! Ah!
Get through the gates!
Holy. hatch.
Come on, Hal! You can still make it! Run! Find a horse! Ride to town, Burke! Tell them what's coming! Warn them!
Run by the moat! There's a path down there! Jump down from the wall and flee!
-1 sword. So bad. Horsen?
Pigs! Don't touch me, or I'll kill you! Go to hell, you Tatar beast!
How to equip sword? Hello? Cool. One apparently. I don't think I was meant to whistle.
You pigs! Don't touch me, or I'll kill you! Go to hell, you Tatar beast! Help! Help!
Bro, he got rid of the sword. What's wrong with him? Why would you get rid of the sword like this? He's so stupid. He draws it out and then just gets rid of it immediately afterwards. He's so dumb.
Go to hell, you tatar beast!
Most maar elég lenne te disznó.
Kapicsába mi ez? Írjátok ki a fattyút!
Még sajnálni fogod, hogy megjelentél itt, te szaros!
Kicsit várnod kell, galambocskám, amíg elintézzük ezt a féleszűt.
A teremtési!
How do you expect me to win this fight? What can be done here?
You pigs! Don't touch me, or I'll kill you!
Rendesen a disznót, hogy nem ugasson annyira!
Go to hell, you tatar beast!
Objective complete, which is to say they're chasing me now. Bro, just run, please. He says, take the horse. I can't take that horse. From what I can tell, unless I can. But I don't think I can.
You pigs! Don't touch me, or I'll kill you!
Most maar elég lenne te disznó.
Go to hell, you tatar beast!
Kever le neki egyet, hogy ne vergődjön!
Kapicsába mi ez? Írjátok ki a fattyút!
Még sajnálni fogod, hogy
Bro.
megjelentél itt, te szaros!
Kicsit várnod kell, galambocskám, amíg elintézzük ezt a féleszűt.
True. Today I will listen to chat. Go to hell, you Jar Jar Binks. What happened to the brightness? You have to whistle, or else they're just gonna try to kill her. Bro, what happened to the brightness? Hello? But the objective says to get them away from her.
Pigs! Don't touch me!
Bro, what happened to the fucking brightness? This isn't my monitor, the game is bugging. Bro, but what about this brightness? Can't see shit. Bro, what about this brightness though? Okay, now it's fixed.
The baker's mare.
Fucking Genghis Khan out here.
Yeah. Left. Talmberg is to the left, along the stream. Run for it! Flee to Talmberg! Warn the others! They've tore its scallops!
Magnoglass.
Do something! Help! Quickly, everyone! Get your asses here!
Hey! And loose!
Hanyo! Who's in there?
Quickly! We're closing the gate!
Bro still has an arrow in him. Poisoned arrow. Laced with aphrodisiac, about to start fucking the horse. I wonder what it feels like to actually take an
Someone give him a
aphrodisiac.
drink. And bring hot wine and bandages.
He used to want to be
Tell
an
me, boy,
adventurer till he
who
took an
are
arrow
you,
to the knee.
And where are you from? What in hell's name happened?
I've come from Skalitz. They burned it to the ground. Slaughtered everyone.
Who? Who burned it to the ground?
A huge army. They attacked without warning. And they weren't Czechs or Germans either.
Who then?
I don't know. I've never seen armor like it or heard their language. Maybe Tatars?
Tartars, you say? Well, we'll deal with that later. First, let's have a look at that leg of yours. Grit your teeth, boy. I'm gonna pull that arrow out. Easy. All done. You were lucky, lad. The arrow missed the bone. It only needed bandaging, and I've done that often enough before. War is a good teacher. Can you stand? There you go. Good as new.
Thank you.
If you idlers nothing better to do, get back to work. You'll have to speak to Lord Divish. Can you manage? Sir, this is a survivor from...
I heard, Robard. Tell me, boy, what exactly happened? Did you see the ensigns of the attackers? And were there any more survivors?
So, I don't know what army it was, but it was huge. There were dozens of banners flying on the hill above Skalitz. The ones who did the slaughtering spoke a strange language. They burned Skalitz to the ground. But a lot of people took refuge in the castle. I wasn't quick enough. And as I fled, they shouted from the battlements that I should come and warn you.
The soldiers the boy didn't recognize. They could be those Cumans of Sigismund's. It said they came to Hungary from the east, and now they're the core of his army. Sacking Gutenberg must have given him a taste for stolen silver.
Skalitz is a small castle, sir. If Sigismund attacks, they can't hold.
Indeed, Sir Robard. And our small garrison would be no help, even if we could risk sending them.
You think we're next in line?
Maybe. What's your name, boy?
I'm Henry, son of the Skalitz blacksmith.
I know him. Did he make it inside the castle? I'm sorry. It's in God's hands now. No one else can help us. Anyway, thank you for risking your neck to warn us. Robard, take care of Henry. Make sure he gets something to eat and some rest.
Yes, sir.
And Get all the people inside the gates. We have to prepare for the worst. Make all the necessary arrangements.
As you command, sir.
Seem to be dizzy.
What's happening with that blacksmith?
He sent his apologies, sir. He can't come tomorrow. The soonest he can manage is before noon the day after tomorrow.
Well, I suppose it can wait another day. Tell him to come then.
I will, sir. Thank you.
I seem to be walking fine. Bro, I don't have any lock picks.
Look out.
You've done well, lad. I'm sorry for your loss. You must be all done in. Why don't you go to the kitchen and have a good meal? Sorrow is easier to bear on a full stomach. I heard about your father. They say he was a swordsmith who moved to the countryside to make horseshoes.
I have to eat something. My insides are shriveled up with the hunger.
I'm sure he had his reasons. He had a fine reputation. It's a great loss.
Ah, milady.
I see.
You're fortunate. Our good lady Stephanie of Talmberg has graced us with her presence.
My lady, I'm honored.
So this is our brave young man. Welcome, lad. Bojena here will take care of you. No doubt you're tired and hungry.
Indeed. How could he not be, poor soul? After everything he's been through, he must be as hungry as a bear, aren't you, young master? Here you are, then. Eat your fill.
And a little wine to wash it down.
Thank you, my lady.
When you're done, you can go and rest with the grooms in the Outer Bailey.
No, that won't do, Sir Robard. After all he's been through, he deserves a proper bed. Let him sleep in a lodge in the courtyard.
Certainly, milady. Young Henry here is overwhelmed by your generosity.
Yes, yes, thank you, milady. May God reward you for your kindness.
Eat up now. You're in capable hands, so I'll leave you to it. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, ma'am.
That lady is scary.
When you've done, you can sleep in the bedchamber of the courtyard lodge. And don't forget to take off those filthy boots before getting into bed.
How the fuck does a 2018 game look so much worse than The Witcher did?
God. Eat. Food.
You think this game looks worse than The Witcher? Because this game looks better than The Witcher. I don't know what Witcher you were fucking playing. I mean, my Witcher was slightly modded, so it looked better than your dog shit Witcher. Oh my god. No stamina. Dying of hunger. Witcher 2 look better than this. Bro, you're either misremembering things, or you're legally blind, or you're stupid. Honestly, I think it's all three. Oh, that's a steal, I see. It's an eyesore. You really misremembering Witcher, I must say. This game looks good. This game doesn't look like the greatest game I've ever played in my life, but this game looks good.
How did it happen?
I don't get me wrong, Dragon's Dogma looked horrendous. I agree with you on that, but this game looks good. Witcher 2 looked good, man, for its time it didn't. Witcher 3 looked good, don't get me wrong, Witcher 2 didn't. Whoever says Witcher 2 looks good is coping. Their definition of good is different from my definition of good. Witcher 2 is an eyesore. And unlike you, I actually played Witcher 2. I finished Witcher 2, mind you. And Witcher 2 looks horrendous. The character models of Witcher 2 looked good. They look bland to me, but sure. My definition of good character models is also clearly different from your definition of good character models. Maybe you should turn on ultra high to make this game look good. My entire game will instantly crash. Does the stream like worsen the quality of the game or something, that might be the issue. Or maybe he is incapable of running the stream above 360p. Does do that sometimes depends on the streamer's GPU. I see. I have to assume that the stream looks 15 ছয়। জানি না। ইনসুলিন দিতেছো না? কালকে কি দিছিলা? কালকে কি বাইরে গিয়ে অবস্থা খারাপ হয়ে গেছে আরো? আমি যদি ঘুমায় থাকি আমারে ডাক দিও, আমি টেস্ট করে দিব না। Whatever, as long as you're having fun. Someday I'll have fun when you decide to play New Vegas. I hope you know that New Vegas is probably gonna look worse than this game looks. I hope you are aware of this. And the game the enjoyment derived from playing a game doesn't necessarily depend on how good a video game looks. By the way, again, Witcher 2 is one of the only games I've ever. Witcher 2 is probably the only game I've ever played where how the game looked actively deterred me from playing it. It's the only game I've ever played where, because I really don't care how the game looks. I'm fine with however the game looks more often than not. Game looks like shit and I really don't care, but Witcher 2, man, holy shit. It was so bad. Viewer enjoyment does. You must understand that this stream is hardly about viewer enjoyment and it's mostly about streamer enjoyment. I play whatever game I want to play at whatever time I want to play it. If I wanted to go for viewer enjoyment, then maybe I'd buy a fucking cam and shit. I doubt it. I'm not exactly trying to be an actual fully fledged streamer, man. I'm just trying to have some amount of fun. And if streaming it can improve that, then so be it. But where is this courtyard? Where is it? Also, viewer enjoyment shouldn't really matter on. Viewer enjoyment shouldn't exactly be based on how good a game looks either. That'll decrease the viewer's engagement. Viewer engagement shouldn't depend on how good a game looks either. That's your own failure as a human being, as a person. You know? Because I don't really care if a game looks bad. I care whether a game is fun to watch or not. Bro, us, we're your viewers. You need to prioritize us.
Please tell me what happened in Skalitz. I have kin there.
So what do you want me to do? Start streaming Valorant? Or would you rather have me start streaming Fortnite? Which one? That seems to be appropriate for your age. ভ্যালোরেন্ট লিটারালি কাম করে না আমার পিসিতে ম্যান tap heads be toxic. I did that once upon a time in a different life.
It was a fine sunny day until Sigismund came with his army. I saw him sitting there with his red beard and proud posture as he gave the signal to attack.
Oh no!
We all ran towards the castle for shelter, but they were too fast for us. They slaughtered everyone they caught and torched their houses. I barely escaped, and they murdered my parents.
The Lord have mercy. I'm terribly sorry. May the Lamb of God comfort you.
I already tapped heads and, have been toxic in a different life a long, long, long time ago. Had enough of that for one lifetime, man. Can't be bothered anymore. Tainting me no more. Now I'm just a sleeper. Can you speed it up?
Today the patrols will be doubled. Keep your eyes peeled. If you see anything out of the ordinary, report it immediately. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes?
It is I, Henry. Forgive the intrusion. I didn't wake you, boy, did I?
My lady, no, not at all. But what brings you here at this hour?
I thought you could do with a little wine.
Concerning.
It's just what you need to help you sleep.
My lady, thank you. You really shouldn't. You could have sent a servant.
I was going to. But to tell you the truth, I couldn't sleep either. I thought of you while saying my prayers. How awful it must have been for you. I came to offer you solace, to let you know you're not alone.
Thank you. Thank you kindly.
You're welcome. Now, Henry, I know this is all very new and strange for you. But I want you to feel at home here. You're not to worry about anything except getting better. God knows you've been through a terrible ordeal. I know what it is to be left alone in the world, although your loss is much greater. But
Yeah,
with
that's
God's
what I'm
help,
wondering.
pain will
Execution
ease in
INC.
time. And it can help to talk about it, if you feel like it.
Oh, God damn it.
You might be right, my lady. I'll tell you what happened. It was terrible and unexpected. The day started just like any other. Father sent me into town on some errands. I went to the tavern to buy ale for father. I know it's a job for a groom, but I didn't mind, because my girl Bianca worked there. I courted her a while and we agreed to meet in the evening, but our meeting was never to happen.
Oh, dear boy.
When I'd done all the errands, I headed back home. I promised father I'd help him with his work, and I was looking forward to it. He was forging a sword for Sir Radzig. The sword was taking shape when Sir Radzig himself came to have a look at it. He praised father's work and said that with his smithing skills, he could easily make a living in Prague or Vienna.
You don't say.
But Sigismund's horde was already on the horizon, ready to attack the town. I saw smoke on the horizon from a village Sigismund pillaged on the way to our town, which was soon to meet the same fate.
God have mercy.
And then death descended on Skalitz. Father told me to take shelter in the castle while he went to get Mother. She was stranded in the town, surrounded by Sigismund's butchers. And then I saw him knocking down one Cuman after another. I never saw him fight like that. But then the leader of Sigismund's raiding party, a knight in full armour, saw father and charged at him. He cut down my father without a thought. And then he turned on my mother. And he murdered her in cold blood.
You poor boy. May the Lord have mercy on their souls.
I ran to the castle like our neighbours to take cover, but I didn't make it. I had to find another way to save myself. The men on the battlements called down to me to flee to Talmberg and warn you. I was lucky I knew a concealed path around the castle. I needed a horse to get to the safety of Talmberg and to warn you all.
And with all that was happening, you thought of others like a good Christian.
Sure.
I heard a scream. It was Teresa, the mill wench. She'd been caught by a gang of Cuman savages who planned to violate her. I had Sir Radzig's sword, and even though there were several of them and they were better armed, I had to try and save her. I wanted there to be at least one person I'd helped. And I succeeded, even though it almost cost me my life. After that, I stole a horse from them and rode off.
Like a valiant knight.
I'll never forget the horror. It will haunt me for the rest of my life.
The audio is
That's
sometimes good,
terrible.
sometimes scuffed, but I guess
How
that's
could
how
something
rain
like that
goes.
happen?
God alone knows why he lets such things happen.
You poor boy. I understand your grief, but God is not to blame for the ills of this world. That is the work of Satan and those who do his bidding. Those who are corrupted by greed, envy, and pride. You must not lose faith, whatever life brings. Fate has not been merciful to me, and my husband either. Although in comparison to the horrors you went through. I was young when I married my husband. It was my father's wish. Divish was a lot older than I, but a woman must bear her lot. Shortly after our marriage, before I even got a look at Talmberg, the castle was stormed and my husband was imprisoned.
Really?
My husband had some quarrel with Sir Havel Medek of Valdek, who decided to resolve it by force. He stormed the castle, burned down the village of Pribyslavitz, and killed many of our men, even the old chamberlain. He imprisoned my husband in the castle and put his own garrison there.
That's awful.
I was barely 18 years old, and all of a sudden, I was left alone with Sir Robert. We didn't know what to do. We went to Prague to appeal to the king and sought help from Divish's friends, but all to no avail. We tried for years, but it seemed I was destined to be left alone and my husband to rot in jail in his own castle.
Years, you say?
7 years. That's how long it took before Havel was condemned as an enemy of the crown. And even then, he refused to surrender the castle and release my husband. In the end,
what
I
is with this
raised the
woman's
money to
slave?
pay a ransom, and only then, by the grace of Lord Jesus, did I finally lay eyes on my husband once more.
7 years. And was Havel punished for it?
Never. And after 7 years, my husband returned to me an infirm old man.
Sir Divish seems like a good, strong man.
Certainly, only he has many concerns. He had to rebuild Talmberg. After he was released, the king appointed him Burgrave of Prague Castle, and he was very busy. He had no time for me at all. But at least we were in the city. There was something going on. And now, we're here.
So she's sexually
My
frustrated.
lady, you're still young and beautiful. Your best years are still ahead of you.
Would that that were true, lad. Would it were true. But what am I doing bothering you with this? You have troubles enough of your own. I'll go and let you sleep. I enjoyed our little talk, Henry. Good night, and God bless.
Good night, my lady.
Wonka life, I can see where this is going. Yeah, we could all see where this is going 15 years ago, man. This is... Didn't King Henry have many wives? Is this the first? Bro has a smile on his face. What is he thinking?
Oh.
Oh God, eat food. Bro, what will Jesus think? Jesus will be happy that that woman will be able to bear children, since her husband is clearly impotent at this point.
Help us, son. Don't be a coward.
Henry, wake up. You don't want to miss this.
What is it? What's happening?
Come to the battlements. One of our patrols reported a company heading here from Skalitz.
ও কত খাইতে পারে? Hundred and 10%. What the fuck is there a codex in this game for, man? এত কিছু কেন, man? Um, I see why there's a codex in this game. The Jews settled in Moravia and Bohemia probably even earlier than the 10th century. Initially, they were considered foreigners who the Romans had banished into exile. Jewish traders in the Czech islands settled largely around the long distance trade routes in major centers, which in the early Middle Ages were Olomouc, Brno, Znojmo, and the central Elbe River environs. Most lived in Prague, however. Records tell of about 120 houses in the demarcated Jewish quarter of the old town. They were under the legal protection of decrees by Wenceslas II and subsequently Charles IV. Over the centuries, however, the flourishing of their activities as merchants and financiers gave rise to protests from many elements of society, in particular the Catholic Church. The Jews had indeed imported valuable gold and used it to barter for horses, furs, or slaves. Their rights became progressively circumscribed. They could not buy land or houses, had to live in specifically designated ghettos, were allowed to lend money at interest, usury, and to trade only where they were not in competition with locals and were prohibited from working as craftsmen or farmers. But they were allowed to lend money at interest. That's enough to make a fortune alone. So there was discrimination against the Jews. Good. Why did it not go harder? Segregation of Jews was also underlined by enforced labeling. They had to wear, for example, a yellow circle or a yellow ribbon on their undergarments. Not undergarments, just garments, not a or a specifically shaped hat. The women had to have a yellow ribbon in their hair and men mandatory beards. No help came from the church, which traditionally laid the blame on them for being the killers of Christ and for adhering to pagan rituals. True. So the Jews were discriminated against and they were made to wear yellow ribbons to make people know that they're Jews. But that's just not enough. You have to do more. Like, why just a yellow ribbon? Why not, like, cut a finger off and then everybody who doesn't have a finger is a Jew or something like that? Or to cut two very specific fingers off from each hand, and when people have only those two fingers missing, you can immediately say that, yep, that's a Jew. And so you discriminate. Let everybody know. In the Middle Ages, the Jews were considered the king's own and under his protection, so that if the townspeople were inclined to commit a pogrom, to set fire to the quarter and massacre the inhabitants, they would have to pay the king hefty reparations. What a fucking dumbass king. Disgusting. Talk shit. Some kings looked forward to such programs as a good source of income. Others protected their Jews. For example, Wenceslas IV granted the Prague Jews the right to their own town within Prague, and with its own wall and six gates, but even this failed to protect them from the pogrom in 1389 when the king was traveling abroad. Based pogrom. After his return, he levied the ultimate punishment on the organizers of the pogrom, which quelled further attacks for some time, though they made a comeback with the Hussite movement. Oh, if they just killed all of the Jews back then, they wouldn't own everything right now and ruin the world like this. Unfortunate. Where am I to go? Hello?
drive back Sigismund's forces. Jesus Christ be praised.
Do you know what's happening?
Don't ask me, I don't know shit. Just a minute ago, I was sleeping after a day's watch at the gate. May the Lord watch over you.
But if I have to choose a place for it, then right here behind the solid wall is it. Truly.
What? No, torch in rain, not very immersive. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but then I thought maybe you can use a torch in rain if it's, you know. If the thing that is being torched doesn't care about the rain. Yeah. Okay, I'm still lost. Help me.
What's going on?
I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Why would Sigismund advance on Talmud in the night? Especially since he's lost the element of surprise after the raid on Skalitz.
Maybe it's not him.
Then who is it? The scouts Jivis sent to Skalitz to spy on Sigismund said he'd set up camp and was getting ready to storm the castle. And so Radzig is an experienced soldier. He'd surely hold the castle for quite some time. It doesn't make sense.
What else did the spies see?
Not much of anything. Before they could get close enough, this huge storm started. And you were right. Sigismund has a hell of a lot of soldiers, including all manner of mercenaries. An army like that costs a fortune. Well, anyway, we'll find out when they get here, won't we?
Aye, we will.
Farewell.
Halt! Who goes there? Lucifer and all his minions. Who else, Rubber?
Sir Radzig, what a relief.
Is his lordship there with you?
Yes, sir, he is right here.
What are you doing up so late, Divish? At your age, you need a good night's sleep.
Well, Radzig, you didn't exactly pick the best time for an outing either. In a big hurry?
It was a bit of a scramble, all right. Believe it or not, this tempest is a godsend for me and my men. As my old granddad used to say, better a sore throat than a slit throat.
I'd say your grandfather was a wise man. Your messenger told us what happened.
Messenger?
The lad you sent to warn us.
He's alive? He made it to you?
He's here with me. He only got away by the skin of his teeth, though.
God.
A brave young man. But tell me, friend, how on earth did you manage to get away?
Thank God for this tempest. When it began, Sigismund's Tatars crawled into their holes and left us storming the castle for more clement weather. We were able to sneak out right under their noses. The Lord be praised. We wouldn't have stood a chance against them.
Would you like to spend the night in Tamber?
No, no. When Sigismund finds the castle empty tomorrow, he might come looking for us. We'd only be exposing you to danger. Without me and my men, he has no call to attack you.
What will you do then?
We'll march to Ratai. It's only a short way, and there we'll have a better chance of defense and enough room for all of these people. If Sigismund should come, Better bend your knee, Divish. There's no point dying in a battle that's futile.
You're right there.
Is that boy still with you?
I'm here, sir.
You have courage, lad. That I can't deny. I am sorry about what happened. Would you care to join us?
I'd like to, sir, but first I have to return to Skalitz.
Are you mad? What do you want there?
I can't leave my mother and father. I won't leave their corpses rotting in the street. I'll join you once I've taken care of them.
Don't even think of going back there, you donkey. Are you tired of living?
But sir!
Quiet! I'm sorry about your father, but getting killed as well won't help him. Divish, make sure that lad doesn't budge from Talmberg until things quieten down.
Not to worry, friend. Anyway, he's injured and needs to recover. I'll lock him up here as if he were Havel of Baldic.
I've seen you've grown a thick skin since your tribulation, sir. But thank you. We'll meet again when circumstances are more favorable. Farewell.
Dumb lad
Farewell,
indeed.
friend, and good fortune. Give my regards to Sir Hanush.
Is he really not gonna take his
Good luck
sword?
to you and your people too.
Intriguing.
These are dark times. Move out!
Anywhere, people! Move out! Don't be a fool, mate, right there now!
Men, tonight we'll have triple patrols. Sort out the watches between you as always. And if I catch anyone boozing, playing dice or slacking off, I'll personally break every bone in his body. I want you to keep a close eye on everything nearby. Sigismund will surely have sent spies, and likely men as well, to follow the Skalitz people now he knows they've fled. Keep your eyes peeled, and report everything to me at once. Understood?
What is it you need?
I could use an extra pair of eyes, and yours are keen. Will you keep watch of the battlements with my men?
Is that a request or an order?
I'd rather it was a request you answered yes to.
Of course I'll help. I have to pay you back somehow after all you've done for me.
Splendid. And don't worry, I'll tell the men to relieve you later. Take care.
There's nought I can see from here though.
God be with you.
What do you think about the Skalitz folk managing to slip away like that?
I can't imagine how they did it. The more I think about it, they was either blessed, or Sigismund's mercenary army ain't up to much. When you're on campaign, you keep watch no matter how much it's pissing down. If any of us make such a...
Wandering around like a stray sheep. Must be your first watch, eh? I don't think anything much will be happening today. You can just lean against the wall and wait till morning. I'll show you what's what.
I will. Thank you.
Everyone to the Bailey battlement. Quickly, we have
Let's go! Move it! Quick! Go! Go!
What's that?
Let's go! Let's go! Move it! Quick! Go! Go!
Which away? This away.
Jesus! We're gonna hit them like skeletons.
Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners.
See how the self-appointed king wins the love and respect of his loyal subjects.
Indeed, Robard. Sigismund of Luxembourg has a rare talent for winning people over to his cause. You may be in for a surprise, though. I don't think he will set his heathen dogs on us today.
Greetings, Lord of Talmberg.
That's the bastard who led the attack at Scarlet and killed my parents.
Don't be an idiot. Do you want to end up like them?
I am Sir Markwart von Aulitz. I come in the name of Sigismund of Luxembourg, King of Hungary and Croatia, who has resolved to strike against those who disrupt concord in the land and to restore order in the name of his brother, King Wenceslaus IV.
Restore order by burning and pillaging the king's estates.
Greetings, Sir Markwart. The efforts of the king's brother to bring order to this chaotic land are undoubtedly noble. It seems to me, though, that he and his army have somewhat strayed. As Burgrave of Prague Castle, I am entirely beholden to the king, and here in Talmberg divine peace reigned until your arrival. To what then do we owe the honor of your visit?
Yesterday, His Majesty took action against the enemy of the kingdom, Sir Ratzik Kobila, who has been using the silver from the Skalitz mine to fund insurrection against the crown. Unfortunately, the insurgent escaped. Would you happen to know, noble sir, where he might be at this time?
As far as I know, the Sir Radzik of which you speak is the king's hetman at Skalitz. I find it hard to imagine that he would rebel against our king. Nevertheless, I can assure you that Sir Radzik is not at Talmberg. He would be a fool indeed to flee from one castle, where he has little chance of defense, to another, where he has even less. Or do you take the view that my humble manner is any obstacle to your army?
Am I to inform the king then that Sir Ratzik Kobila is not at Talmberg and that he has your loyalty?
Sir Radzik Kobila is not here, and I have no intentions of getting embroiled in affairs from which I have nothing to gain.
Very well, sir. As you wish. I will relay your words to the king in the hope he will be as well disposed as you seem to be.
Those who have clean consciences and goodwill may find themselves well disposed even at moments like this, when there is little cause for joy. Farewell, sir.
Auf Wiedersehen.
What the fuck are the Germans doing fighting these good Christian boys? Why don't they go kill the Jews instead? What is this?
My lord, you have my utmost admiration.
Get on with you, Robard.
Good man. Diplomacy.
God be with you.
Why did Sigismund burn down Skalitz and then come here too?
That's war for you, lad. Certain lords have resolved to take things into their own hands and eliminate anyone who doesn't share their view. Unfortunately, Sir Radzig is one of those. And what's more, he was sitting on a pile of silver that could help King Wenceslas's allies.
What happened in Kuttenberg?
Gutenberg, well, I'm just a simple soldier, but the good Lord gave me ears, and I've heard some things from Sir Divish and from those who fled from Sigismund's pillaging.
Were there many?
Indeed, but it was the Kuttenberg mercenaries who came to see me, because I knew them from before.
I see.
Listen, lad, these are all games of the high aristocracy. In Prague, a cabal of nobles rebelled against King Wenceslas, wealthy aristocrats who took against our king for reasons of their own. There's no doubt Sigismund had his fingers in the whole affair. Him and Wenceslas's cousin, Jobst. And that cabal helped him abduct the king.
So then why did Sigismund attack Kuttenberg?
Why do you think?
I suppose because it has a strategic position and good fortifications, so it can be used as a base for raids, giving you control of the whole territory and good defences too, if you need them.
Not at all. King Charles, may God grant him eternal glory, built Prague into a proper royal city, while King Wenceslas took a liking to Kuttenberg. After Prague, it's the most important city in Bohemia, in the entire Holy Roman Empire. He who commands the Kuttenberg silver is king.
So Kuttenberg sided with Wenceslas because he favoured it?
Now you're starting to understand. When Sigismund imprisoned Wenceslas and took control of Prague, the people of Kuttenberg began to raise an army against him. So with the attack on Kuttenberg, Sigismund killed two birds with one stone. He defeated Wenceslas's most powerful allies before they could stand against him, and also gained immense wealth.
Where did these Cumans come from anyway?
I don't know much about them, only what the Chamberlain said, that they came to Hungary from the east and settled there. They're godless barbarians and merciless fighters. The nobles used to say the Hungarian king shouldn't enlist them, because they dishonor our rules of warfare. But when there's power and money to be had, it seems that honor isn't worth my spit. And believe me, it's always about power and money.
So Robard, I need to get to Skalitz.
What would you do there, lad? Sigismund might have left, but the place will be swamped with robber barons, brigands, deserters, and other vermin. And anyway, your lord commanded you to stay here.
My parents died there, and I won't leave them to be ravaged by dogs. I have to bury them.
Good God, boy. Do you want to throw your life away for those who can never get theirs back? Do you think that's what they'd want? Forget it. Take care now. God be with you. God be with you.
Why did Sigismund burn down? Why did Sigismund burn down? What happened in Kuttenberg?
Gutenberg. But the good Lord gave me ears.
Were there many?
Indeed. But it was the
I see.
Listen, lad.
So then why did Sigismund?
Why do you think?
Because the...
That's part of it. King Charles, may God grant him eternal glory.
So couldn't...
Now you...
Where did these
I don't know much, and believe me.
So Robard, I need to get to Scarlet.
What would you do there, lad?
So Robard, my parents died there. I can't leave them to be eaten by dogs. What would you do in my place?
Sorry, lad, but I won't take orders. You'll have to wait until everything settles down, and maybe your lord will change his mind.
I guess I can't win this, huh? Why does the game think I'm carrying a torch when I'm fucking not? Hey, more chickens. Chicken. Well, I'll end here for today. The game has been slightly boring. And by slightly, I mean largely boring. That was glitching out, intriguing. But hopefully that shall change tomorrow. Right? Surely.